All right, so let's take a look at the Vanderbilt family. The truck passing by. The Vanderbilt family. If you don't know who the Vanderbilts are, let's do a quick overview of who the Vanderbilts are. Okay, so who are the Vanderbilts? Okay, so this particular investigation is about Gloria Vanderbilt, but the Vanderbilt family was slash is one of the richest families um, in the West, in the United States of America, in the world for that matter. So that's who they are. You don't get to that level of power and money by accident. Most of the time, the vast majority of the time, you have sold your soul. I would say it takes a lifetime of dedication to have a lot of money if you're doing it right, or either that or your soul, your light must shine really, really brightly, and you pretty much have to be an ascended master not to have been thwarted by the dark forces, because the dark forces, especially as an earth angel or other angels and other planets, you were targeted before you were born. That is quite serious, and I'm speaking from personal experience. Okay, so um, just looking at the screen here, it says here, if you're looking at the right side of the screen, it gives you a brief description of the Vanderbilt family. It says the Vanderbilt family is an American family who gained prominence during the Gilded Age. Their success began with the shipping and railroad empires of Cornelius Vanderbilt, and the family expanded into various other areas of industry and philanthropy. I'm going to click on Wikipedia to read a little more, but before I do so, it says here connected families, Cecil family, Whitney family. There are several families that are huge, a couple of families that are huge, and the Vanderbilt family are one of them. Okay, let's continue the brief bio. The Vanderbilts were once the wealthiest family in the United States. Cornelius Vanderbilt was the richest American until his death in 1877. After that, his son William Henry Vanderbilt acquired his father's fortune and was the richest American until his death in 1885. The Vanderbilt prominence lasted until the mid 20th century, when the family's 10 great Fifth Avenue mansions were torn down and most other Vanderbilt houses were sold or turned into museums in what has been referred to as the quote unquote fall of the House of Vanderbilt. Branches of the family are found on the United States coast, East Coast. Contemporary descendants include historian John Wilmendy, Timothy David Oliphant, John P. Hammond, or Hammond, I don't know, James Vanderbilt, and Duke of, see the Marlborough. All right, so let's look at some visuals here of the Vanderbilts. Visual. These people. You know, when did transgender? ism began. This is the reason why I took interest in this investigation exposure of the Vanderbilt family is because I just noticed it quickly that this whole transgenderism actually started uh, a while ago, and some of these people, the Vanderbilt family, were practicing this way back. All right, let's see. All right, let's take a look. Nice houses, though. Cost a fortune to build that, I'm sure. Okay, so Gloria Vanderbilt is the one we're going to focus on now. So who was Gloria Vanderbilt? Gloria Vanderbilt. Okay, so Gloria Vanderbilt. Gloria Laura Vanderbilt, an obvious tranny that compelled me to make this video, to make this exposure of the Vanderbilt family, not just the tranny aspect, but the overall deception. These people didn't get to be where they are simply by working hard. No. Gloria Laura Vanderbilt was an American artist, author, actress, fashion designer. Reading from the screen, the right, Harris and socialite. Born February 20, 1924, Manhattan, New York. New York. Died June 17, 2019, Manhattan, New York. Children, pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. Children, Anderson Cooper, Carter Vanderbilt Cooper, Leopold Stanisius. All right, so Anderson Cooper just happens to be. You see how this goes? I was gonna click on more of yeah. Let's before we go on to Anderson Cooper, let's read a little more on the bio of Gloria Laura Vanderbilt. So let's go back on the bio a little bit. Uh, okay, so it says during the 1930s, she was the subject of a high-profile child custody trial in which her mother, Gloria Morgan Vanderbilt, and her paternal aunt, Gertrude Vanderbilt Whitney, each sought custody of her and control over her trust fund called the Trial of the Century. By the press, the court proceedings were the subject of wide and sensational press coverage due to the wealth and prominence of the involved parties and the scandalous evidence presented to support Whitney's claim that Gloria Morgan Vanderbilt was an unfit parent. In the 1970s, Vanderbilt launched a line of fashions, perfumes, and household goods bearing her name. She was particularly noted as an early developer of designer blue jeans. Early life: Vanderbilt, born on February 20th, 1924 in Manhattan. Da, 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 da. The only child of railroad hair Reginald and his second wife, Gloria Morgan Vanderbilt. When Vanderbilt was born, her father was heard to exclaim in delight, "It is fantastic how Vanderbilt she looks." Okay, all right, let's skip some of this. Upon their father's death from, all right, my eyes are acting up. Okay, whatever. Litigation continue, however. Anyway, what I wanted to point out, let's just go back here. We, well, okay, so several things. The transvestigations. Okay, well, if you just click on this photo, alone, you can see that that huge forehead is indicative of a man. Men have huge foreheads. Those, well, some women have big ears too. But that forehead, dude. All right, let's go straight to the transvestigation here, and then we'll go back to the so her his her he whatever children, especially Anderson Cooper, because I want to make a point here. Uh, all right, let's begin. So we are going to focus on Gloria Vanderbilt and obvious Cheney. Uh, uh, Hormones, surgery at an early age. The bangs here don't cover up the fact that uh, this little boy has a big forehead. Okay, I don't. That does not look like a girl to me. Just the physique. Okay, let's go back here. All right, so this secret society stance is should be of interest. I will be compiling secret society stands. What I should do, I haven't done it yet, is put all the photos together of different people from the different eras making the same stance, secret society, Masons, and etc. Yeah, so definitely a secret society stance with the hands here. Look at the screen here. Uh, all right, well, this just goes right into Cooper. So I have to talk about the training aspect and the family continuation and the lies. So Cooper, so to hide the fact that this is a Vanderbilt, and so Anderson Cooper, just in case the cursor is not showing, pointing to Cooper. Cooper is on the right side. Okay, if you look at the screen, right side. Okay. That's Anderson Cooper, quite famous, supposedly gay. Well, of course they're all gay. They all go both ways. That's one of the things they have to do as uh, a dominator of the world. They have to be inverted. So, Cooper, okay, I would not be surprised if Anderson Cooper, is a girl. I have not done the transvestigation, but that's the case for the vast majority, if not all of them. So basically, what I wanted to say is that there is no accident. It's not an accident that Cooper has a high level broadcasting job. That is not an accident. Okay, so uh, put Cooper at the end, make Cooper seems, make the lot, this, take away Vanderbilt. He is still Vanderbilt. He got to where he is because of his family. And it's all like that. Look at people in high positions, the Bill Clintons, uh, the Obamas, uh, and so forth. They're all connected. Vanderbilt went poor. Please. You look at this and you tell me that does not look like a freaking guy. That forehead. I mean, that is what gives it away. I mean, like even here, look at the square jaws. Look at that jaw and the square chin. Those are indicative of a guy. You can put on, I don't care what color make lipstick all you want. You can't fool everybody all the time. Huge forehead, square jaws, square chin. Come on. And look at this collar and that neck. Look at the collarbones. Can't make this shit up. Supposedly this is the aunt, right? I mean, like, look at the shoulders. It doesn't even slope like a woman. And those hands, look how long those arms are. Dude, those arms are going down to the knees. Women don't have that long of arms. Taking a look at the Adam's apple here on this surgery or this something here. Unbelievable. Well, again, I do these investigations. Some of us do these things to shed light on um, the deception, because when we take things for granted, then we're held in hell. And the more lies we accept, we accumulate, the worse it gets. And when we pass over, we don't get to start over. Well, we do. We come back to the tunnel of light, or what's the other one? The tunnel of light erases your memories when you get to the other end of the tunnel. The light, it, uh, it's a trap, and the only thing that you will remember when you come back to your next life are things that crosses all barriers, aka love. And very few of us have deja vus, and that's what deja vus are. They are remembrances of things that are love. Otherwise, you won't remember much, or if any, and you start over. Like the idea of starting life over again, reincarnation is just like it's just like un, it's very discomforting to me. What the, you mean I have to come back and forget everything, forget who I am? Fuck that shit. Screw that. I ain't coming back to start over completely, have a memory wipe. What kind of love is that? So when you have the chance to accept truth, when the first time you hear something, you know immediately that whether or not it's true or false. Whether if your mind is having difficulty with it, that's one thing. But a part of you knows your higher self will guide you to the truth. And if you don't take information like this seriously and you lower your standards, you lower your morals just to be nice, to be tolerant to people's low energy, negative energy, you accept bullshit like being politically correct, or you can't talk about that gender neutral bullshit. Listen, I'm not saying go out there and speak and like, be against like transgenderism. What I'm saying is know in your own mind that it's not okay, that it'll take you back. Even if you don't say anything, you have to know in your own mind. Don't deceive yourself because the ascension process, okay, so when you leave this world, if your morals are high enough, you won't come back. You'll go on to the next level of awareness. Well, at least at that level, you'll remember more of who you are. And that's a lot better than come this oh my God. Source consciousness.